guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. So much news to discuss. Firstly, on Lewandowski. His agent Zahavi promised Laporta that if you make a bid around 40 million euros for Lewandowski, Bayern Munich will sell. But of course, Bayern Munich are now asking for 50 million euros and they rejected Barcelona's bid of 40 million euros. Now, Laporta told Zahavi, look, I kept my promise and now you have to keep yours. Alongside Lewandowski, another priority in the attack for Barcelona is Raphinha. Now, his operation is 95% complete and it will be complete at some point next week to, of course, complete the hijack from Chelsea. Barcelona are confident, Raphinha is confident, Deco is confident that this deal will be completed. Now, alongside the attack, defensive reinforcement is a big priority for Barcelona this summer. Alongside Azpilicueta and Alonso as the fullback options, the club are looking for a new center back, with Kounde and Koulibaly being the top priority. But the second economic lever has to be activated in order for that signing to be achieved. We have some big update on exits like Ousmane Dembele, Riqui Puig, Pjanic, Memphis' future big in doubt, and of course Frenkie de Jong. And we have a massive update on Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal. He is on the verge of renewing 2-year extension with a 40% wage reduction. All parties, including Joan Laporta and Sissoko, are very confident that this renewal will happen. Now, during this video as well, I will be dropping Joan Laporta's big interview. He did a big interview with the press a few hours ago. I will be dropping it around the video where it's necessary. That way you don't have to, talk about it all at the end. During that interview, he gave us some big bombazos. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, the #1 target and priority signing for Barcelona this summer, Robert Lewandowski. Firstly, coming in for Relivo, Juan Martin Alberto Rogue, they came out saying that Barcelona have fulfilled their promise by reaching the figure of 40 million euros for Lewandowski. The striker's entourage, i.e. Zahavi, promised the club that they would get him out for this price. Barcelona remained optimistic despite Bayern Munich's refusal to this date. So apparently Zahavi told Barcelona, look, if you bid around 40 million euros, I promise you that is enough to get Lewandowski out of Bayern Munich. Of course, they rejected that offer of 40 million euros plus 5 million euros in variables. So apparently right now at the moment, Zahavi is not keeping his side of the agreement. And also Fernando Pablo from Deportivo came out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona does not want to pay 60 million euros for Lewandowski. According to Zahavi, he would get him out for 40 million euros, which Barcelona have offered. That is why Laporta is calm, given that he did what Lewandowski's environment asked him. So Zahavi said, look, if you bid around 40 million, that's it, guaranteed Lewandowski's out. Laporta's like, okay, say less, put that bid in. It got rejected. Laporta's like, what the hell is going on? Zahavi, it's up to you now. I've done my part. Now it's on your side to get Bayern Munich to accept that offer. Again, I think 40 million is a fair price. I would have said 30 from the beginning, but again, a month later, we're so deep into this. I think 40 in the end is a fair deal. I think 50 fixed is a bit too much. I would go 45 plus 5 though. I'm not going to lie. I think he's worth that in the end after all this commotion for months and months of negotiation. But again, Bayern Munich won 50 million euros guaranteed and they're dreaming of 60. So what Bayern Munich essentially want is 50 million euros fixed plus 10 plus 5, something like that. But Barcelona are staying firm. Now, if you don't know, I'll give you guys another insight. Manchester United, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo has asked to leave the club if a good offer comes in for him. I mean, that's just a perfect replacement right there for Bayern Munich. If we give them 40 million euros for Lewandowski, they can easily, and I mean easily, get Ronaldo for, I would say, 25, 30 million euros in Man United. Direct replacement, of course, Ronaldo would come in and just absolutely blow out the water with his shirt sales. His shirt sales will pay for the transfer itself. The question is, can they afford his wages? Of course, they give all their wages capped to, I believe, Sadio Mane. He's on 400k a week. Of course, Ronaldo wants at least 500k a week. And of course, shirt sales is going to bring them all up. Marketing, Nike, all that stuff. So I think Ronaldo would be a perfect replacement for Lewandowski to Bayern Munich, but again, Bayern Munich at the moment not too interested. They're keeping tabs on it, so wait and see. I think in the end, again, I'm still very confident we will get Lewandowski, but now Barcelona is saying, look, Zahavi, it is now up to you. Now, of course, Joan Laporta did a big interview over the past 24 hours, like I said in the intro, and I will give you guys some teasers, and of course, he was asked about Lewandowski, and he said that Lewandowski, he is a great player, but he belongs to Bayern Munich. I prefer not to say anything at the moment. Again, Laporta is keeping quiet. does not want to bring up the price, cause already controversy between Bayern Munich is already happening. They don't really pick up the phone for Matteo Aleman half the time. So wait and see on Lewandowski. Again, the club is confident, Lewandowski is confident, but now it is up to the agent. Barcelona have kept their promise, they made the offer, and now it's up to Zahavi, Lewandowski's agent, to give that promise back. Now, alongside Lewandowski, another priority in the attack for Barcelona is of course the signing of Raphinha, which at the moment is on the verge of completion, and we are hearing reports coming in from Chelsea journalists saying that right now Chelsea are getting worried. First, they came out saying that Chelsea are no longer favorites to sign Raphinha with Barcelona, now trying to finalize the deal with Leeds United. Ben Jacob from CBS Sports came out saying that Leeds have not accepted any offer from Barcelona for Raphinha, but talks continue. Barcelona feel confident and want to pay the fee in installments, but Leeds want a higher guarantee fee. Barcelona's bid is currently below £60 million. The one from Chelsea was around about €70 million. Of course, Leeds are open to a deal structured different to Chelsea's offer, but won't sell for worse terms. So essentially, they will accept €70 million from Barcelona in installments, but not anything lower than that. It's not true that Raphinha has told Deco to stop negotiating with Chelsea. Chelsea's terms appeal Raphinha, but is now waiting for Barcelona, a move he wanted before. So Raphinha is saying, look, Chelsea, appreciate it, but I'm putting it on hold right now because my 1000% focus at the moment is on Barcelona. Then Samuel Marsden and Moises Malloras and ESPN have come out saying that Barcelona have submitted a bid for Raphinha of €50 million plus add-on fees with installments to Leeds United, and Raphinha is ready to wait 6 months to even a year for Barcelona to get their finances ready. Personal terms, of course, are already agreed. I told you guys this a month ago and I'll say it again. I think Raphinha would rather stay at Leeds for a season until January than go to Chelsea right now, because again, he wants to come to Barcelona. His desire right now is at a peak level. He does not want to go anywhere else but Barcelona, and could end up staying at Leeds to wait for Barcelona next summer or maybe even in January. Now again, over the past 24 hours, Joan Laporta, who of course broke the news, came out saying that Raphinha to Barcelona is 95% complete. Only a few details remain for his transfer to be completed. Again, no one else is saying this. Everyone's saying that, oh, Barcelona put a bid in, but Leeds are not considering it. Romano said the only bid that Leeds accepted right now is the one from Chelsea. So Joan Laporta is balls deep into this one, man. But he is the number one source around Barcelona, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, in the Joan Laporta big interview, he was, of course, asked about Raphinha, and he came out saying, we have spoke to Leeds. I think they won't be offended. We have communication. We have spoken personally. What is happening is that there are other clubs interested who want Raphinha and are making their proposals. He, Raphinha, wants to come to Barcelona. Sky is blue, grass is green. Laporta is saying what everyone already knows. He's saying that Raphinha wants to come, and we're talking with Leeds. Not really a big update, but hey, it's something. So wait and see on Raphinha. Again, Romero balls deep into this, saying that the deal is pretty much done, 95% complete. But at the moment, no one has come out backing him. So again, we'll have to wait and see. I think next week will be absolutely huge for him, because again, this deal has to get done as soon as possible because Chelsea's bid is still on the table. And of course, Xavi is preparing for the upcoming season. We go on the US tour, not next week, but the following week after that. So Xavi wants some signings coming in as soon as possible, and Raphinha could be the first of many. Now, along with the attack, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense. Firstly, in the center back department, to sign another center back alongside the already signed center back Andreas Christensen and Jules Kounde is the number one priority. Now, Samuel Marsden and Moises Malloras from ESPN have come out saying that Barcelona are hopeful in negotiating a deal for around €45 million for Jules Kounde, although Sevilla want a figure of around €60 million. Of course, Joan Laporta came out saying this 24 hours ago prior to this report from ESPN. I think 45 is an absolute steal for Kounde, but I have to say this again, July the 5th is the supposed deadline for Sevilla. That's when they start their preseason, and after that, they're going to be asking for the release clause for Jules Kounde, which I think will put Barcelona out of the race. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, Barcelona want him for around 45-50, but Sevilla are holding out for 60. Now, there is another center back who's the backup for Jules Kounde. Of course, second option, we all know about it. It is Kalidou Koulibaly, and there are reports coming in from the Italian press saying that Koulibaly was offered to Barcelona for €40 million. Now, this for me is kind of my cushion, because I know for a fact if we don't get Kounde, Koulibaly is available for the same price you want to pay for Kounde. Of course, you're looking at it 45 for Kounde, 40 for Koulibaly. You're taking Kounde every single day of the week, 100%. But with Koulibaly, he's there as a backup option. You may be able to negotiate that down to 30, 35 with add-ons and variables. But I think Koulibaly as a backup for Kounde is fantastic. Now back to that Laporta interview, he was asked about Kounde and also was asked about Koulibaly, and he replied by saying, "We have to talk about it with Matteo and Iman. There are some obstacles and we hope to resolve it. We'll work at the top level once we activate the second economic lever on Koulibaly. I don't want to talk about other players. Our advantage is that many players want to come to Barcelona." So again, he's saying Matteo and Iman is handling the situation, and once that second lever is activated, Barcelona can work at the top level. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, we all know the priority for Xavi is Lewandowski, Kounde, and one of Raphinha and Dembele. Of course, both will be fantastic, but Xavi wants the bare minimum of one of them. But the main two are Kounde and Lewandowski. At the moment, Lewandowski is going well. We put a bid in, but Kounde, no bid yet. We are negotiating with Sevilla, and of course, Koulibaly is there as the backup option. We'll have to wait and see. But again, Barcelona are trying their best to sign Jules Kounde this summer and do have Koulibaly as that backup option. Now, along with a center back, another objective for the Barcelona reinforcement of the defense this summer is to sign new fullbacks. On the right hand side, the priority is Azpilicueta, and on the left hand side, the priority is Marquez Alonso. And at the moment, Alonso signing is easier. Now, Sporto came out saying that Barcelona and Chelsea are very close to an agreement for the transfer of Marcos Alonso. Barcelona think they can sign him for less than 10 million euros. Of course, at the moment, Chelsea asking for around 13. He will be the club's next signing and will be able to join the preseason tour in the United States. Of course, for Xavi, that is his absolute dream to get as many signings as possible before we go to America. Sport also came out saying the signing of Azpilicueta, unlike Marcos Alonso, is up in the air and complicated. Chelsea demand a high price, which Barcelona are not willing to pay at the moment. Of course, if we get some sales in, we'll talk about the sales, of course, near the middle of the video. The economic lever comes in as well. We can have some extra money, but again, even if we have a billion transfer budget, we're not spending more than 10 million euros in Azpilicueta. Again, it makes no sense. You can go sign another right back if you just add an extra couple 5 million euros to it. You can get a top quality young right back like to competition with Serginho Dest, of course. So we'll wait and see. It's very, very clear at the moment that Alonso is going to be the easier signing, but no doubt Xavi wants Azpilicueta more than Alonso. Alonso's coming in, quick, very, very cheap left back to cover Jordi Alba for 1 or 2 seasons. Then he's going to get the boot, of course. So we'll wait and see. Again, the two priorities in the fullback position is still Azpilicueta and Alonso, but Azpilicueta right now is very, very complicated, where Alonso looks like it could get done. Now, during Laporta's big interview with the press, he did confirm 3 big movements for Barcelona. The first 2 is the presentation of Andreas Christensen and from Kessie. Laporta confirmed that we will present Kessie this Wednesday and Christensen this Thursday. Now, they were supposed to be announced this weekend. It is currently Sunday morning. Well, I'm recording this Sunday night, but uploading this Sunday morning. No announcement so far. We could announce both of them today, both of them tomorrow. I have no idea, but their presentation dates has been set. This Wednesday will be Kessie, and this Thursday will be Christensen. Of course, Matteo Berito a few days ago came out confirming the Kessie date, got that absolutely spot on, but now the Christensen date is also set. So it'll be very, very interesting. I don't know when these announcements are going to be coming, but again, this Wednesday, July the 6th, will be from Kessie Day, and this Thursday, July the 7th, will be Andreas Christensen Day. Now, he has also confirmed one more thing, and that is the new coach of Barcelona B, or Barcelona Athletic, and it will be Rafael Marquez. Laporta confirms that Rafa Marquez will coach Barca Athletic for next season. Again, assistant manager is still in question. It could be that Argentinian forward that we talked about a few days ago. What was his name? Saviola. It could be other names as well. We're still hearing the name of Mascherano, but that's very, very unlikely. But again, during Juan Laporta's big interview, he confirmed 3 big operations. Marquez, the new Barcelona B coach. Christensen will be presented on Thursday, and Kessie on Wednesday. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First up, the main candidate who generated the most revenue for Barcelona in his sale this summer. It is Frenkie de Jong. Now, Fabrizio Romano came out again over the past 24 hours saying that Manchester United and Barcelona are close to reaching an agreement for Frenkie de Jong. 65 million euros fixed with 20 million euros in add-ons to be discussed. Personal terms with Frenkie de Jong to be discussed as well after agreement with the club is met. So once Barcelona and Manchester United agree on their price, he will discuss personal terms with Manchester United, but again, the agreement on the price has not been met yet. The package has been agreed. It will be 85 million euros, unfortunately, despite the fact that Barcelona are looking good economically and of course activate the first economic lever. Second one's coming in as well. The package has been agreed, 85 million euros. The question now is the variables, how they be divided, games played, achievements, all that sort of stuff, and also the fix will be 65, 70, 75, still not quite too sure. But goal have come out saying the agreement between Barcelona and Manchester United for Frenkie de Jong is getting closer and an agreement could be reached in the next few days. So you're thinking, okay, he's gonna leave this week as expected. Of course, Man United are gonna be releasing their new kit this Friday. They want to sell it. It makes sense. But then Joan Laporta, of course, in that big interview that we're talking about, he was asked about Frenkie de Jong and he dropped a big, massive bomb. He came out saying there are clubs that want Frenkie de Jong, not just Manchester United. We have no intention of selling him as he wants to stay. I will do everything I can in my power in order to keep him. However, there is a salary issue and it would have to be adjusted. The bombazo from the president. Oh my god. You can look at this as many ways. 1, Frenkie de Jong does not want to leave. 2, Joan Laporta actually wants to keep him. 3, Bernardo Silva operation is really impossible. 4, Frenkie de Jong, he wants to reduce his wages. Or 5, the way how I see it, Laporta's trying to jack up the price. Of course, we've been hearing over the past 24 hours that Chelsea are really interested, but we're not hearing anything concrete about Chelsea. It is all about Manchester United. We have been negotiating with them for about a month and a half now, and there's still no full agreement on the club side, and not even close on the player side, according to reports. So I don't even know what I want to think about this. Look, all I'm gonna say is this: if we sell Frenkie de Jong, I'm expecting Bernardo Silva in a Barcelona shirt. That's all I'm gonna say. If we keep Frenkie de Jong, fantastic. I'll keep him. No Bernardo Silva, no problems whatsoever. He's saying he wants to keep him. Of course, he has to reduce his salary if he stays. He's going to be on 400,000 euros per week. That's a given. He has to bring that down to at least 200 in my opinion. Of course, 200 is a salary cap at Barcelona. Lewandowski will earn that. I think Dembele maybe will earn close to that. That's the cap of Barcelona, 200,000 euros per week. Of course, Piqué reduced it. Jordi Alba, Busquets, Frenkie de Jong has to be there as well. So I'm in absolute shock that he's come out and said this. Again, in my opinion, it is a plan, a tactic from him to jack up the price. I think no matter what, the club are still intending to sell Frenkie de Jong. Romano came out again after these quotes saying that, look, the clubs are talking and they're almost reaching an agreement on the price together, and then they're going to discuss personal terms with Frenkie. If Frenkie says no, 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 will he stay? Possibly, but if he wants to stay, 1,000%, 1,000,000%, the salary must be reduced on the player side. But after this big bomb from the president, the Daily Mirror in the UK came out with a big exclusive. They came out saying that Frenkie de Jong and Erling Haaland have their eyes on the house of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in selling in Cheshire. A source close to them said that Frenkie de Jong's team contacted Ole about renting that place, but he told them that Erling Haaland has first option if he wants it. So apparently Frenkie de Jong is looking for a house in Manchester. Of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is Norwegian. Erling Haaland is Norwegian. Erling Haaland's currently a Man City player. He already signed. So he's giving him first option for his house. Okay, if Erling Haaland does not want it, it's all yours. But again, Erling Haaland right now is apparently interested. So Frenkie de Jong's looking for a house in United. I have no idea. It is an exclusive. It could be great. It could be great source. It could be trash source. I have no idea. What we know for sure right now is the president of Barcelona has spoken from his mouth saying that he wants to keep Frenkie de Jong, but he has to reduce his salary if he stays. We'll wait and see. Again, if Frenkie de Jong is sold, I'm expecting Bernardo Silva in a Barcelona shirt. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, this week will be huge for Frenkie. Man United need to seal his signing as soon as possible. Ronaldo just put in a transfer request. They gotta bring in some positivity somehow. And of course, De Jong for them is their marquee signing. Big week ahead. And despite the words coming in from the president, Frenkie de Jong's future is still in doubt. Now, one Barcelona player's departure that is currently not in doubt is the departure, of course, of Clement Lenglet to Spurs on loan for the rest of the season. Again, the details of the deal are still yet to be known. Gerard Romero came out saying that Tottenham Hotspur cannot pay Clement Lenglet's salary of 12 million gross per Lenglet earns 12 million gross per season? Oh my god. Oh my god. Spurs will pay more than 7 and Barcelona will have to pay the rest. How in the is Lenglet earning 12 million euros per year. Absolutely unbelievable. Again, like I said before, and I'll say it again, the details of the deal right now are all in the air. Buy option, loan, the loan fee, salary covered is all in the air right now. But what we have to wait right now for is for the deal to be completed. That way we can know the actual figures of the operation. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Tottenham Hotspur are hopeful on completing the Lenglet deal very, very soon. Personal terms agreed with Lenglet and only a matter of final details to be agreed with Barcelona. So again, the deal will be happening. I suspect it'll be happening over the next 24 to 48 hours. I think by Tuesday, if this is not done, I'd be shocked. I expect today or tomorrow to get the here we go from Fabrizio. We'll see Lenglet traveling, all that sort of stuff. Again, Lenglet to Spurs on loan is very imminent. Now, another Barcelona defender who will be leaving the club very, very soon, as he does have offers on the table, is of course Oscar Mingueza. Fabrizio Romano and Di Marzio have come out saying that Serie A side Monza are trying to find an agreement with Barcelona for Oscar Mingueza. He's one of the names on their list, and Barcelona are prepared to let Mingueza leave this summer. Now it is up to the player. Again, we heard this from Cesar yesterday. Lenglet has offers from Spain, Italy, and of course England, and now he has to decide where he's going to be playing next season. I think Monza is a bit of a downgrade. They just got promoted, of course, to Serie A. I'd rather see him in La Liga with, Osasuna or, like an Eibar or somewhere like mid-table, or maybe in England. I think for Brighton, he would do good as a, a Cucurella replacement, maybe somewhere else in England as well. So we'll wait and see on Mingueza. Again, he has offers on the table and will be leaving the club very, very soon. Now, another Barcelona player who does have offers on the table as well and must leave the club very, very soon alongside Mingueza is Riqui Puig. Juan Martin Bertolo from Relevo came out saying that Riqui Puig must decide his future in the next few days. Several Italian clubs like Fiorentina are interested and are in contact with Riqui Puig. Benfica continues to be his favorite destination. So they're confirming the report from Gerardo Romero saying that Benfica and Riqui Puig is a hot operation. Again, Riqui Puig, if you can pick any club in the world to go to, that's of course realistic, is Benfica, but there are a lot of interest from La Liga clubs and Serie A clubs. We're hearing in La Liga, Celta Vigo really want him. Betis interested, Valencia interested, Serie A we're hearing Fiorentina, we're also hearing Lazio, but Benfica remains Riqui Puig's preferred destination. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, over the next few days, there will be some massive developments on Riqui Puig's exit, as himself and Oscar Mingueza look for a way out very, very soon. Now, staying in the Barcelona midfield, a player who Barcelona is desperate, and I mean desperate, to get rid of this summer is Miralem Pjanic. He has, I think, 3 or 2 years left on his contract, and he's currently sat on 300,000 euros per week as a salary. Now, there is some good news about him. Firstly, Foot Mercado came out saying that Saudi Arabia club Al Nassr are interested in Miralem Pjanic. Rudy Garcia wants him at the club. The player worked with him during his time at AS Roma. You can have him for free. Just take him for free, take his salary. He's all yours. That's all I want to see right now. Just getting rid of his wages. If we can get a couple million for him, even better. Will Pjanic want to go to Saudi Arabia? I don't think so, man. I think he wants to stay in Serie A, one of the top, leagues, playing the Champions League. Of course, he's only 31, 32 years old, so has a few years left in his, prime days before he goes and makes his money like in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, or Japan, wherever it may be. Now, Gerardo Romero has come out saying that following the arrival of the new Marseille coach, Igor Tudor, Marseille want to sign someone from Barcelona. Now, I believe this is Miralem Pjanic. It could be anyone else. It could be Mingueza, Riqui Puig. He hasn't said the name, but I believe it is Miralem Pjanic. Again, the Marseille sporting director, Matteo Aleman, or not the sporting director, sorry, the actual president, Matteo Aleman, have a fantastic relationship. And Gerardo Romero has been saying at some point this summer, it is very, very likely that Marseille and Barcelona will do an operation. The Marseille president asked for all the players that Barcelona want to get rid of. He asked for a list, and he looked at it, and he's decided a couple players that he wants to sign. I think it's Pjanic, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, any exit, loan, termination of contract, whatever, letter of freedom, anything, man, just get rid of him this summer, and I believe the club will do so in due course. Now, a player's future that's very much in doubt at the moment is, of course, the future of Memphis Depay, and his future does depend on the signing of Raphinha and also on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, which both at the moment are looking pretty good. Now, Gerardo Romero has come out saying that Barcelona have an offer for Memphis Depay from a low-ranked team in England for 23 million euros. However, the player is not willing to move there. I think it's Newcastle. I think Newcastle, this has them written all over it. They have the money. They're a mid-table team in the Premier League. Who else is mid-table? Like Brighton, Aston Villa. It's got to be Newcastle, surely. I think that would be a terrible move for Memphis. Of course, they're like mid-table in Premier League. What would that do for him? I think he wants to go to a top team, play in the Champions League, of course. But again, his future does depend on the signings. Now, the Reto Golov come out saying that Xavi is very happy with Memphis Depay and considers that the player has more than enough quality to play for Barcelona. However, if the attacking reinforcements are signed, he will be relegated to a secondary role or sold for around 20 million euros. And again, Barcelona have already received an offer for around 23 million euros. Look, I said it before and I'll say it again. If we sign Raphinha and Dembele, Depay is finito. We cannot keep a player on around 150k per week based on bonuses, all that sort of stuff that are all achieved for him. We can't have that sitting on the bench week in, week out. I understand that people like him, fits in the system well. He came as a free agent, but the circumstances are the circumstances, right? We have Raphinha, Ansu, Fati and Dembele as a four-winger options. Up top, we have Aubameyang and Lewandowski. That's it. If we don't sign Lewandowski, he can stay. If we don't sign Raphinha or Dembele, he can stay. But other than that, he's going to be reduced to that secondary role. He'll be on the bench week in, week out. Because on the winger position, Ansu Fati gets injured, get in Dembele. Fernand gets injured, get in Raphinha. Lewandowski gets injured, get in Aubameyang. Then you have to wait for like bare injuries for him to get into the team. So I think the Depay's future right now is very much in doubt. And also having Miguel came out saying that those tweets that Memphis Depay was tweeting about, next season's going to be great, just watch me. And they're trying to, God's on my side, they're trying to kick me out. He said those tweets were about Barcelona. After that meeting with his lawyers, he tweeted that out. So take that as you will. But Memphis Depay has come out and spoken in the media over the past 24 hours. He spoke with ESPN, and he came out saying that I'm very eager to return to training at Barcelona again and looking forward to the season that's coming up. I mean, I don't believe him. He's going to be in training this Monday, of course. He's part of the squad, no doubt about that. But if the signings are made, Depay will be sold. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I think August will be the best time to sell Memphis. That's when clubs get desperate. The season's about to start. Who's a cheap, forward that can come in that's very, very good? Memphis is your guy. 25 million euros. He's yours. We'll have to wait and see, but very much so at the moment, Memphis Depay's future is very much in doubt, and his future does depend on the signings that Barcelona makes. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, super quick update on the contract renewal of Pablo Gavi. During Joan Laporta's big interview, he was asked about Gavi's renewal, and he came out saying the renewal of Gavi is going very well. But we've been negotiating this since October. 17-year-old. How is this renewal taking so long? I have no doubt this renewal will be completed. I will bet everything. I would say right now 100% Gavi will stay. But how the hell is a 17-year-old's contract renewal at Barcelona taking damn near 7-8 months? That's the problem in my opinion. I think in the future, Gavi's renewals become much more difficult. He wants to have the same salary as Araujo, Ansu Fati, and Pedri, and Barcelona don't think he's really worth that much. I think he's worth just underneath that, not on that same bracket. So we'll wait and see. Again, if Antonio Peña has been speaking with Barcelona, his agent, of course, over the past few weeks, agreement will be happening. They wanted to complete it before they go back in training. Remember, July the 4th was that deadline. They said, Gavi will have to renew him before he goes back to training. He's going back to training in 48 hours and he has no renewal. So we'll wait and see on Gavi. Again, Joan Laporta is confirming that it's going very well. And then he will renew, but it is taking a very long time. Now, the final contract renewal update is, of course, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, and we have been getting some huge news about him over the past 24 hours and how Barcelona are very confident that he will renew, and his renewal at the moment is on the right track. Now, I want to start off by Laporta's quote again from the big interview. He was asked, if you have a message to send to Dembele, what would you say? And he said, if you accept our economic conditions, you will stay. We don't set time limits for anything. So he's saying, look, that contract will stay on the table until you go to sign with someone else, Chelsea, PSG, Bayern Munich, whoever it may be. That offer is on the table. If you want to take it, August 31st, September 1st, October the 13th, November the 22nd, the contract is there. If you want it, take it. If you don't want it, whatever. And now Ousmane Dembele is really thinking about accepting that offer. Fernando Porto from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona believes that Dembele will stay. They see the player wanting to continue with Xavi, even though the offer is 40% lower than what he was already earning. At the club, they believe that PSG's interest has disappeared after the contract renewal of Kylian Mbappe. Dembele's camp have now come to the conclusion that the best solution for the player is to continue with Barcelona. The player is now in a hurry to reach an agreement with Barcelona over his contract renewal. Now, also the big one, Alfredo Martinez. He came out saying that Dembele earned around 11.5 fixed plus 3.5 million euros in variables net per season. The new contract offer to him reduces that by 40% and is a very similar contract to Ansu Fati's, and the club believes that Ousmane Dembele will accept this proposal. And he's saying at the moment Ousmane Dembele is leaning towards renewing with Barcelona. There are good sensations at the moment. His will to stay and the support of Xavi has been key. I'll tell you this right now for a fact. If Xavi was not the Barcelona manager, Dembele would have signed a pre-contract agreement back in January and February. With Xavi coming in, it has saved Ousmane Dembele. He wants to stay at the club, and Xavi is really pushing for his renewal. Now, Arrivo, i.e. Juan Martin, Alberto Roque, and Mateo Morito have all come out saying that as of now, there is no agreement between Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele for his renewal. But both parties do recognize that after a few tense days, a turning point has been reached. Barcelona remain optimistic about his renewal. Helena Codes from Cope came out saying that progression is being made on Dembele's renewal and is going very well at the moment. And finally, the big update from Fabrizio Romano. He came out saying that all parties feel now optimistic to reach an agreement until 2024, that 2-year contract extension. Talks are progressing with Xavi pushing to keep Dembele, but it's still not 100% agreed at the moment. 2024. We're going through this whole entire saga again next summer. All this renewal does is keep it quiet for the rest of this season. Again, I'd rather do 2025, give us some breathing room there. I think some other players' big contract expire in 2025 as well. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think 2024, there's no point. But again, Xavi is pushing for this, and doing it until 2024 is the only way that Ousmane Dembele agrees to a salary reduction. Again, that salary reduction will put him in the same bracket as Ansu Fati, Pedri, and also Raphinha. Now, I did say a few days ago, 90% Ousmane Dembele leaves, 10% he stays. I'm changing that now. 80% he leaves, 20% he stays. The club are very, very optimistic, but again, with Ousmane Dembele, anything can happen. I think Sport came out saying that his agreement is done deal. He will renew. Of course, Sport all over the place with their sources. We'll wait and see on Ousmane. Again, the next week will be key. This next week for Barcelona is huge. Christensen presentation, Kessie presentation, economic lever, Raphinha, Lewandowski, Dembele, Gavi. Next week is huge. But in my opinion, Fabrizio Romano's update is very, very key because he says all parties, i.e. Musa Sissoko. So we'll wait and see on Ousmane, but again, it looks like at the moment he is on the verge of renewing his contract at Barcelona. It will be a 2-year extension until June 2024 with a 40% salary reduction. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some updates surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours, mainly on the second economic lever being activated and also the sale of BLM and Barca Studio. Firstly, La Riva, Juan Martin, Alberto Roque came out saying that Barcelona will not activate the lever of the sale of 49.9% of BLM, Barcelona licensing and merchandising, for now. Barcelona opt for the sale of the 15% of the TV rights, which will bring them an income of 400 million euros. Again, this is huge that Barcelona now, they got the approval from the socials, of course, from the club members that they can sell up to 49.9% of BLM, but at the moment now, the club are not considering that sale. And Mundo Deportivo came out saying the club is reluctant on the sale of BLM. If they do sell, it will be only 25% rather than the 49.9%. And if they do in fact sell the 49.9%, the people that buy it will have more decision-making capacity, which Barcelona does not want. So you're telling me I watched Oscar Greu's freaking presentation, that boring presentation for an hour, not to sell BLM? I mean, whatever. It is what it is. This also goes for Barca Studio as well. Again, the club can sell it whenever they want. They got the approval from the socials. They can sell up to 49.9%. They can do that whenever they want. They can sell 1%, 2%, 10%, whatever it may be. But at the moment, the club is not considering it according to reports. And also, according to Joan Laporta, in his interview, he came out saying with the sale of the second palanca, of course the lever, there is no longer any need to sell Barca Studios or BLM. It's always better to keep our assets. So these TV rights have really come in and saved our arse to the point that we don't have to sell any other assets like the BLM and the Barca Studio, which of course in my opinion is good news. So again, the club right now are focused on that last 15% they want to sell for around 300 to 400 million euros, and the sale of BLM Barca Studio is no longer needed. Now, Fernando Porto from Mundo Deportivo came out confirming this as well. He came out saying that Barcelona are in deep negotiation for the sale of the remaining 15% TV rights for around 400 million euros. They want to close this by July 17th, and out of that 400 million euros, 200 million of it will be invested in signings. Of course, the main targets are Lewandowski, Raphinha, Kounde, and Bernardo Silva if Frenkie de Jong is sold. Is Barcelona back? Well, the 200 million euro cash injection that we've been talking about over the past few weeks looks like it is a reality. The fact that we don't need BLM Barcelona anymore is absolutely huge in my opinion. I think at the moment Barcelona are getting back to where they're supposed to be. We are getting healthier and healthier. Of course, we're still in debt. Espai Barca will pay for most of that debt when we get that loan in from Goldman Sachs, build a new stadium, have the concert, have the games there. We're probably going to host a Champions League final, I would suspect, because every time a big team opens a new stadium, they host a Champions League final. So I think by like 2028, 2030, we won't be in debt. But of course, with the TV rights being sold, it makes us economically healthy. So of course, fantastic news. BLM Barca Studio no longer needs to be sold. All we have to do now is sell the remainder of the TV rights. Of course, the deadline is July the 31st, and the club want to do it by the time the club go out on the US tour. But with Barcelona, everything gets done last second. So wait and see. One last thing that has been last second for Barcelona is finding an opponent for the Joan Gamper. Of course, Roma pulled out. We all thought it was going to be AC Milan. We all heard that, barring any last second decisions, AC Milan will be the opponents. Well, the last second, barring situation has come about. It's been reported in Italy, firstly from La Gazzetta dello Sport, came out saying that AC Milan will not be Barcelona's rival for the Joan Gamper trophy, and the reports came in from Sport, and then Matteo Morito confirmed the news. AC Milan will no longer be the Joan Gamper opponent. I mean, bloody hell, how hard is it to find an opponent for one game for one day in a bloody friendly? We can't get Roma, we can't get AC Milan. Just bin off the Italian clubs and go somewhere else. Again, the club are scrambling at the moment. They got to get that done so that way they can promote it, have it all organized. Again, tickets have already been sold for the Roma match. They're going to go, of course, take some legal action against Roma. Of course, with AC Milan, no legal action. They asked them, they said no, so it is what it is. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, the Joan Gamper match will be taking place in about a month and 3 days. And at the moment, Barcelona do not have an opponent. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly is about Lewandowski. Do you believe that Xavi will keep his promise, or do you believe that Barcelona will have to go in for a fourth bid to sign Lewandowski? Secondly, on Raphinha, are you very, very confident this deal will happen by this week? Thirdly, on Kounde Koulibaly, do you think we will sign one of these two center backs? Are you confident that Barcelona will make that big reinforcement in the defense? And lastly, your thoughts on Ousmane Dembele on the verge of signing a contract renewal at Barcelona. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.